live session. I will just want to remind you that this session will be recorded, and also that you have the possibility to interact with the presenters through a question and answer section of the platform you are currently in. You see, if you have seen the chat, next to the chat, there is also the button for the question and answer mode. So whenever you need to pose any questions to the participants, please do that. And we are very happy to have you all here. You are quite a high number of participants. We are very happy for this. And so now I wish you a fruitful workshop, and I pass the floor to Fabrice Messal from Mercator Ocean International.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Paola, for this introduction. I'm very pleased to have you this morning to participate to this first Copernicus Marine Service full online training workshop. It was a big opportunity we had to transform this Copernicus workshop from a face-to-face meeting to an online workshop. A lot of experts, a lot of trainers and speakers have worked on it to do that. But first of all, I would like to thank the main partners involved in this organization, the Marine Cluster Bulgaria, the Institute of Oceanology of Bulgarian Academy of Science, and CMCC, the Royal Mediterranean Center on Climate Change. The timeline, you have received a document to explain you the format of this new online workshop. There is 3 rounds. The first round is this morning with a webinar session, during which, during this session, you will see presentation, general presentation on the Copernicus Marine Service, and also specific presentation on the different products available for the Black Sea. At the end of this round 1, you will receive by email links to access the hands-on exercises on a Jupyter Hub, a platform. You will find on this platform 11 exclusive hands-on exercises on Python. Sorry. Okay. On Python, and the experts and trainers and the service desk also from the Copernicus Marine Service have recorded 16 tutorial videos only for you. A chat platform will be accessible also to meet the experts and to ask questions, to share blocking points you may encounter during the session. So this second round will spend 2 weeks, and at the end, you will be invited to debriefing session to share with experts the answers to your frequently asked questions on the chats. Okay. About the tool and materials we're going to use during this online training workshop, we're going to use webinars tool as Click Meeting with a Q&A mode available. Paola already talked about this. The practical session, as I said, on the Jupyter Hub, a chat platform. You must have an account on this platform available for you. You just have to reset your password before to access all the chat available. About the tutorial videos, you will receive with the link for the Jupyter Hub, the link to the different playlists available on YouTube platform. For example, videos made by the service desk, how to download, how to an introduction to the Jupyter Notebook environment. These videos are highly recommended for beginners. Okay. And then you will have videos recorded by experts to guide you during the execution of the Jupyter notebooks. In any case, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us, okay? And finally, I would like to thank you all the experts involved in this online training workshop and all their institutions involved. So thank you all, and we wish you a fruitful workshop. So I have the pleasure to start with a general presentation of the Copernicus Marine Service. So let's start. So my name is Fabrice Messard. I'm a training education manager at Mercator Ocean International. I will give you this presentation on the Copernicus Marine Service. The Copernicus Marine Service is part of the Copernicus program, which is the second biggest program in Europe after Galileo. This program aims to develop an operational and autonomous Earth observation capacities for Europe by developing space and in situ infrastructures to measure and by creating to measure the state of the Earth, and by creating thematic services to validate and disseminate the amount of data collected. Each services are implemented by an interested entity by the EU Commission. Mercator Ocean is implementing the Copernicus Marine Service. Behind the Copernicus Marine Service infrastructure to disseminate the data, there is a network of producers with center dealing with satellite or in situ observations and centers operating forecasting systems. You must know that developing such capacities are not feasible by only one country. And finally, only Europe can gather the best from each different member states to create this program and its associated services. So whether you are a researcher on climate change, a shellfish or aquaculture farmers, a routing specialist working for a shipping company, an engineer specialized in marine renewable energy, an officer working on maritime spatial planning or other European directive implementation for your country. Perhaps you are an officer working on the security for workers at sea, or a member of an NGO monitoring water scarcity. You and all the marine and maritime professionals know that ocean observing and forecasting is an imperative in all these sectors. Key things to have in mind. The Copernicus Marine Service is a single access point to access all this amount of data. The website is marine.copernicus.eu. The access is open and free. You have just to register. All the data are scientifically validated and qualified. Whatever the source of the data, they have the same harmonized format, which is NetCDF, and the evolution of the service take into account the user requirements. In order to support all audiences and all public interested by marine and maritime informations, the Copernicus Marine Service gives access to 3 different levels of information: the core data, the ocean monitoring indicators, and the ocean state report. The data can come from different sources: in situ observation, satellite observation, 3D model. They cover different oceanic basins, European basins, and the global ocean, and different temporal scales with different frequencies of update. With all these different sources, different spatial and temporal coverages, the data catalog of the service try to respond to the needs of all kinds of users. So the three different sources are satellite data, in situ data, and model data. The satellite data provided in the Copernicus Marine Service catalog are only what we call L2 and L3 processing level data. And in the second part of this webinar, Vinca and Vittorio will give presentations on remote sensing products. The in-situ observation data come from different international networks like Eurogoose, GCOM, EMODNet, or CDataNet. And Veselka will give a presentation on the in-situ observation products in the second part. And we have model data, which are 3D numerical representations of the ocean. You can have information from the bottom to the from the top to the bottom of the ocean, and you can have forecasts thanks to model. And Stefania, Joanna, and Luc will give presentations on physical, wave, and biogeochemical models data. So stay tuned for the second part of the webinar. This table is an extract of the Copernicus Marine Service catalog. And you can see the different sources and the different temporal coverage. You can see the differences, but especially the complementarities between all the data sources. Okay. Okay, the ocean monitoring indicators. So this is the second level of expertise in my classification, my presentation of the information available on the Copernicus website. The ocean monitoring indicators are key variables to monitor the health of the ocean. You can have access directly on maps and data to recreate these maps. This information is critical for assessing and confronting oceanic and atmospheric changes associated with global warming. These indicators can be used by scientists, decision makers, or environmental agencies, and also the general public. The Ocean State Report is a flagship document of report of the Copernicus Marine Service. It's a reference document, and it provides a comprehensive and state-of-the-art assessment of the state of the global ocean and European regional seas for the ocean scientific community, as well as for policy and decision makers. And the Blue Book, this is another reference document. Copernicus for a Sustainable Ocean document promotes and tells the story of the Copernicus Marine Service. It's a report to inform all European citizens, including policymakers, students, and youth, about how the Copernicus Marine Service benefits society as a whole. Supporting users is one of the Copernicus Marine Service commitments. How to find the relevant data for my activity, what will be the content of the next release of the catalog, will the continuity of this product be ensured? All these questions, the service desk and all the team involved in the Copernicus Marine Service are working together to answer all these questions you may have. Okay, the Copernicus Marine Service is also committed to share knowledge through training workshop like this one, or outreach activities like providing multimedia material, developing application, working with museum. Following the audience, our experts are available for training session, scientific mediation, and ready to participate to hackathons or develop exhibitions with aquariums. And finally, this is my last slide of my presentation. This is a recap of all the links you may need to access all this information with the Copernicus Marine Service, the Ocean Monitoring Indicator, the Ocean State Report, the Blue Book, Service Desk, and the Training Office. As a reminder, you will find all the presentation on the link in the cloud available at the end of the webinar session. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for this. And I remind that if you have any questions about the presentations, we will have a question and answer session at the end of this first part of the morning. And please use the Q&A mode next to the chat one in order to pose the questions to the presenters. And now I pass the floor to Cédric Jourdain, who leads the service desk at Mercator Ocean International, and he will present the service desk of the Copernicus Marine Service.
Good morning. I need to share my screen. I cannot share my screen, Vincent or Fabrice.
I guess they are solving. Should they do anything?
Cedric, if you want, I can share my screen.
Yes, and you will follow my presentation online?
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
Okay.
Yes, we'll see. So good morning, I'm Cédric Jourdain from the Copernicus Marine User Support. So I'm going to give you an overview of the service pages of the website. So first of all, you have to keep in mind some keywords about the Copernicus Marine Service. The service is free of charge for all applications. It is sustained over time, and it is user-driven. So on the home page, you can see the three categories of informations. The Ocean State Report. Fabrice is going to be difficult because I need to click on pages to open, to download, to view.
You want me to click? Okay, the Ocean State Report.
Yes. So as Fabrice said, the Ocean State Report is an annual document made by scientists. It's an expertise document, and the three first versions are available online. The second category of information is the ocean monitoring indicators. So here you will find trends about the key variables to monitor the health of the ocean. So you click on the catalog. The data are sorted by area and by type. So for ocean health, you can click on global ocean, for example, the first one, and open one to visualize the data and download the trend and the graph.
Okay.
And the third category of information is the ocean products. I will focus on this one. So following the link, you will reach the catalog with currently there are 171 products. On the left part, you can search and specify your needs with specifying the region, the parameters, the temporal coverage, and the product at the end here, if you want data for the surface or for the whole water column. So for this session, we'll search for regional domain. We'll choose the Black Sea, the last one. For parameters, we'll choose the temperature. And we would like data for the whole water column. So I click on the case. So 3 products match the criteria. Please note that on the right you can export the results of your research as a PDF format, and all the products are listed in a sum up table or cartouche, where you can find all information about this product. So first you have the title, its identifier, the first one, yes. Then below the title of the product. After you have the information if it's a model or in situ or satellite product. The bullet crossed or not, you have information about the assimilated data. Sorry. So if you let the mouse over, you will see that this product doesn't assimilate SST, for example, and the same for the other bullet. Then below you have the available parameters, and if you follow the information icon, you will be redirected to the glossary with the detail on the acronyms. You can go back to the thank you. You will have below the horizontal resolution, spatial resolution, and the number of levels regarding the depth. The period of this product, the means. In fact, for this one, we'll have data in hourly means or daily means, and below you have several shortcuts to have more information, to add your product to your cart, and the services available. So for this one, we are going to follow the link of the identifier, or clicking on the more info, the same. Now you reach the product information page. So you have 4 different tabs. The first one, information. You will find the information of the cartouche, the sum up table, with more detail. So you will have an overview of the product, references if there are references, the geographical coverage, if it's observation or model, parameters, the spatial resolution, etc. On the second tab, you will you will find documentation regarding this product. All the products have documentation. You will find a product user manual. It's more a technical document, and a quality information document, which is a more scientist document. The documents are in PDF format. For example, you will find when the product is updated, information on the data sets, on the variables, assimilation. So all the products have documents. In the third service, tab, services, you will find the different services available for this product. So a link to the catalog service for web, different links depending on datasets for the web map service, the links for the subsetter. You will cut the data you need. It won't be necessary to download the whole dataset. You will specify your area, and then you will download only your product of interest, your area of interest. The direct file you will download the whole dataset, and of course there is an access also for using the FTP option. And the last tab, Newsflash. Here you will all articles listed concern the product specifically. So for example, here, on the right you have the status. So for the first one, if you click on the title or on the plus, you will have more information, more detail on the event. For this one, there were a difficulty to download some products, and particularly this product, the third one is this product. That's why this article appears in this tab. Then now you can share the information using the icon share on the information tab. You can share in XML format, PDF format, or you see, yes, here. You can share in XML format, PDF format, or you can copy paste the permalink to share with anybody. On the right, there is an icon view product to have a preview of the product. It's important to note that this option, you don't need to be registered to use this option. So here you can see, for example, the temperature. So it's on daily mean. It's at the end, more or less. Daily mean. This one. You have to auto adjust. You know, on the right. No, not this one. The circle after the lock. This one, yes. So you have a preview of your data. It's not, you don't need to be registered. There are several options. You can make an animation. You can change the time step. You can change the depth. You can open in Google Earth, but for the moment there is an issue with this link, so it doesn't work. You can export as PNG, so you can click as PNG. It's okay. You will have a picture regarding your specifications. So you get there is a user guide at the end also below the map. And there is on the cloud you will find a video to give more details about the preview, the viewer. So Fabrice, you can come back to the product information page, please. So click on the cart, on the cart. No, the cart in the banner.
Sorry. And
click on the title, yes. Now, if you want to download this product, so you have to follow the link download product. So to download product, you have to be registered. I will show you after the link to register. So you have username and password. Fabrice, you can log in. We choose a dataset. For example, the daily dataset, so temperature, it's at the end, the third from the bottom. Yes, this one. Here, you can specify your area. You can specify the dates. You can specify the depth and the variable. So as you want, you can keep this one, no problem. You can download. And a netcdf file will be saved on your computer. So Fabrice, if maybe you have Panoply or not on your computer? Yes. So Panoply is a tool, a free tool we use, a free source tool we use to visualize data. It's quite easy to use, and it's useful to have information about the products, about the metadata of the products. So just tell me if it's okay or not, Fabrice.
Yeah, launching Panoply.
Okay. So if it's part of a video as well, so it's not it doesn't work. Okay. So you can open the product you have downloaded. Or not. The last one, yes. You open it. And if you double click on the temperature, for example, okay, you validate. And after the map appears, and you have to zoom with so it's a control with the arrow. And so the data is now displayed. So it's quite easy, it's free, and so it's easy to use. Thank you, Fabrice. So we come back to the website. Now, how to be informed on any event about a product or service, etc. So there are several means, different web pages. So the first one is the newsflash page. So if you go in the user corner on the top right, or here if you want, okay, in the service portfolio, you have newsflash. So as I've shown that this page for a specific product, but this one merges all the articles for all products, all events. So for example, the first one, the service desk won't be manned on Thursday because it's a bank holiday. You have an article about the next release on the 7th of July. It's the same if you click on the plus, you have more information. So I will give you more detail on this release later. In this newsflash page, you can sort on area, parameter on the type of data. And it's important, you can subscribe a RSS flux to receive automatically the updates of this page. The second page which is useful to be informed, it's the product information page. So this page, below, yes, this page, you will find only improvements of the services or products. For the first one, for example, you have an article for the next release on the 7th of July. So you have a sum up of the release, and at the bottom of the article, there are two dedicated documents, a notice. You can open it. There are two PDF files. So the notice will have detail of the perimeter, the window of the release, And with the product impacted document, so the second document, you will have an overview of all the product impacted. So there is a color code on the list, and if you click on the identifier of the product, for the first one, for example, not the green, yes, but you have details on the changes related to this product for this release. For example, the first one, that the 1/2026, the year 2018 will be added, will be available. So these two documents are really important to be aware of next improvements. Now we come back to the page to learn about how to use services, to have information on Copernicus Marine Service. So the first page, it is the getting started page. It is a background in orange. You will find it on each page, every page. So you can follow it. You have information on the offer, and you follow the path, and you have tutorial and video to search, visualize, to register, download products, etc. So it's a useful page to begin with the Copernicus Marine Service. Then there is also a FAQ page. So same in the service portfolio. Here you will find a lot of articles about how to download the requirements to download the data using Python. For example, you have the description of the cartouche. Maybe if you look the article about the cartouche, yes, you have the specification details on the cartouche content. So this page, there are a lot of articles which could be useful, and so it's interesting to look at them. There is also a page for tutorials and education. So Fabrice made the training and education tab, the online tutorials. There are a lot of tutorials. You can sort by level or geographical area or subject. The star code is if it's 1 star, it's for beginners. There are 2 stars, it's for advanced people. Then the last one to learn about the Copernicus Marine Service, you can you can consult the use case page. Here you will find a lot of examples of application using the Copernicus Marine data. Same, you can filter by area, market, user type, etc. And maybe Fabrice, if you want to open it. So the company describe the use of the data and the application. So it could be interesting to have idea or to know what is exists. So as I told you before, everything is free, but to download data, you have to register. So to register on the service portfolio or on the shortcut to services, you follow the link register now. So the form is quite long, but it's important to know more about you to propose you the best service and the best products. So you fill in the form, and you will receive automatically your login and password. Then now the last thing is how to contact the service desk. So there are several ways, several means. At the top of the page, you can follow any question. Sorry, Fabrice, at the bottom of the page. You can follow any question. So you can click if you want. You will open a short form to fill in to contact the service desk. So we will receive automatically your question. The second form is when you download data, there is a form, a report issue. So if you want to, if you encounter a technical issue, you can contact us using this form, and we will receive automatically your environment. So it will be easier to investigate your issue. And of course, you can contact us by email at the email address Fabrice gave you at the first presentation, and it is written here. For the service desk, currently there are 5 people. We are open for French open hours and only for open days. So the service desk is closed for on the weekend. So I finished for this presentation. Just a recall: to optimize your experience and be able to run the session by your own, you need your Copernicus Marine account. So please register before following the sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cédric, for the introduction to the service. And now, as in the agenda, we would like to propose you some examples of how Copernicus data for the Black Sea region are already used by scientists in downstream services. So the first testimony is from Razvan Matescu, who is a senior researcher in the Oceanography, Marine and Coastal Engineering Department of the National Institute for Marine Research and Development in Romania. And I will show you 2 examples of how to use the data. So the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everybody. I will present 2 projects founded by CMEMS Downstream Service Promotion. So first one is iSwim. It's about water quality within beach areas, so bathing areas. As a presentation of my institute, this National Institute for Marine Research and Development is, as the name is very clear, is dealing with marine research within Western Black Sea Basin. And also this year we'll celebrate 50 years, even it was created in 1999. Before 1999, it was another Marine Research Institute, which is the same institute like this one. Going forward. Okay. In iSwim project, we had a main collaborator, and it was a Portuguese spin-up company from IST Technical University of Lisbon. The firm does not exist anymore because it was included now in Bentley system, and but we keep contact with them and we work with them in different other aspects. The project here presented is a downstream service, and speaking about this, we refer to market of first of all dealing with Black Sea monitoring, safety navigation, natural resources, and sure water quality of this. The service provided through this project, it's water quality monitoring and management, providing also a decision support system to enhance situational awareness and safety in this touristic area, and also environmental and public health performance in these beaches and bathing areas. As end users, we have Romanian Water Authorities, Public Health Regional Directorate, all these naval authorities and touristic operators. And the covered area is it's in the central area of Romanian shore, Black Sea shore. First is Mamaia Bay, which is the largest touristic resorts of Romania, and the most famous beach here. Sure. And as you know, all these mass tourist areas are constantly subject of water quality issues and should be managed very carefully to meet public health standards, let's say. And due to these needs, we developed together with Action Modulars an operational system for water quality monitoring in Mamaia Bay. And also we, since 2017, this downscaling modeling suite is using CMEMS products and also for boundary conditions and ending in a very high resolution model for promotion sector recreational activities and bathing areas. As a result of implementation of this project, we had almost half of casualties here during the summer season cut. So it's a 50% improvement here. Because each year 30 people die almost, but so since last year only 15, so we consider this a progress. You can find this service on this web page. You can find web page here, and it's aswim.rmri.ro. It's free, available, and it's mobile friendly, accessible. And what we have here as a product, it's a system integration of the data and from different sources. First of all, it's a regional and coastal hydrodynamic forecasting system based on MOHID, developed by Action Modulars, but running every day and forced with initial and lateral condition, open boundary condition from CMEMS. First of all, it's physical analysis. Cedric presented you already. So physical analysis and forecasting products. You can see in 007_001 product, and also CMEMS satellites, sea surface temperature data, use it also for model validation. You can find also on the web page, the iSwim page, also CMEMS wave hintcast and other local meteorological data provided by local meteorologists, and also several beach webcams. So what we have here, we provide maps of currents, waves, and temperature and salinity, and also we have simulation tools for casualties. We can track and localize better. Let's say this is a case, extreme case, but these simulation tools include also particle tracking module based on request, and we can provide also some support for BioWatch and also for Public Health Division. So how we use CMEMS products? It's simple, but not so simple. It's complex. It's a dynamical downscaling as a method of obtaining high-resolution local models from lower-resolution models of Marine Forecast Center of Black Sea as forcing condition, and also we process also CMEMS products to feed our internal environment database here. And based on this, we can also plan and design our monitoring in situ activities. Also, how do you use and transform CMEMS products? CMEMS products also we are used first of all, we use them first of all for to calibrate and to fix bugs before. You can see here a situation of based on sea surface temperature, some results were refined, and the bug was fixed. And also we have an automatic comparison with measured data, And we map time series point on several parameters. You can find a chat tab in the web page if you have you will have the curiosity to pass through it. Also surface current, wave fields, and we hope in the near future to attach another layer which will be related to microbiological parameters, very important in batting areas. Also, we integrate this Lagrangian model. I already talked about this, and we shall include also this several sensors in situ. I mean, an DCP and other meteorological station here placed on the shoreline. What is the benefit? So we save time and money. We also thank for this to iSwim to provide all this free available and with a lot of generosity. And also based on this new development project, we have you should see the second presentation, other application in ecological sector. Well, we had many times validation of this system, and one of these was in last year in November, related with Danube River plume dynamics to under the influence at the surface layer under the influence of the winds, western winds. So here we have a decreasing accentuately of salinity, and what we have as a model result, we had this exact salinity drops in area of Enzo-Euxinus buoy, operated by our colleagues from GeoEcomar. Speaking about benefits, the third benefit is the specific area, the specific helps in the area of our stakeholders, our beneficiary administrations and other, and also fourth benefit is related to small navigation, coastal navigation safety. And from this, we didn't have any casualties, any accident, and some coastal stakeholders are happy with this. You saw here also the scheme of data flux and data and information providing flux, and through this we propose to extend system with some improvements. We expect also CMEMS products to be more refined, and also, but also we shall propose ourselves to develop our in situ collecting system, because in Black Sea this is the main issues here, and it's a issue for validation and calibration of these models and services. Sure. As a conclusion, this project developed targeting public health and management, coastal management institution. We work for water quality of betting areas, but also we had supplementary advantages provided here, but not emphasized. But there are many others. And speaking about benefits, we had a faster delivery, and also for this public health, we will try to build a mobile app to have to be closer to the general public and tourists from here, from this area. Thank you for attention for this presentation. I will present probably the second one. Paula, the second one.
The second one is coming. Yes. I just take 1 minute to remind everybody that you may post questions.
Sure.
And also that they will be answered at the end of this first group of presentation.
Okay,
So,
I'm standby. I'm standby.
No, it's fine. So you can proceed now.
Okay, so
Thank you.
second presentation is a presentation of a project also for water quality monitoring, but adapted to fishing, sustainable fishing and aquaculture in the Romanian coastal area. Here we had two phases of development because first phase was founded under STAR financial scheme under the ROSA covering, but because ROSA, Romanian Space Agency, is now part of ESA, so it's ESA now, kind of ESA. And also we had a second phase supported by user uptake activities of CMEMS and development and promotion of demonstration of CMEMS downstream services. So the lot number 9, demonstration for Black Sea. So we are in a consortium here. First, and my coordinator is Terrasina. It's an institution and a research institution in Bucharest, in our capital, Romanian capital, and our institute from Constanța here. And we build a very fruitful partnership, having as main issues the aquaculture potential here in northwestern Black Sea, because first of all, because of very strong exposure from the northeast winds and waves, sure, and fish stocks also. Other issues related to this branch of activities related to fisheries, and a lot of challenges, the cleaning of fishery first, and also sure lack of tools and presence of different in different areas of high concentrations of fish in different season. You know that in this area there are many resources, but they are derived by fronts, water fronts, also in relation with Danube discharge, but also with seasonal biota migrations. Another, which I'm not, I don't want to stress much because my specialty is different one. So here we have also different technologies, not very new here, and probably the main issues here is also human resources involved in fisheries, and we have to train them maybe in the future. But we provide them a platform, and Terrasina built this platform as a dedicated web-based service that can use as a decision support tools for finding the most favorable fishing zones, but also to analyze the sustainability of specific area for aquaculture activity based on several indexes, which we will see very soon. And also here, this the downstream services has an architecture. You can find these architectures registering yourself when you have the curiosity and maybe need to access this Skyfish platform. After registering, you can find free access, probably in maximum 3 days. So be curious and exploit this system if you are interested to fish in this area, and use these products. First of all, related to calorific concentration and based on this food chain with fish stocks. And you can see on the front of the Danube a lot of strong dynamics and a lot of water fronts, which are very easily driven by winds, as we already see. So within this project, we build also index for sustainability habitat of several species, fish species. This Melangius, Melanus, Xenus, it's a kind of species with economic interest. And here, based on this index, we can find some optimal condition to identify these fish stocks here around, and also having the support of a survey driven by NIMRD, my institute here in this area. You can find this since 2015 a lot of trolling here, but with scientific purposes. A lot of trolling with 0 kilograms catch. Also, that's showing the decreasing of resources and stocks. But why is this? Why are these decreasing? Because we don't catch fish where the fish are in these waters sometimes. But here we can have a measurement of fishing efficiency where C and D and T, there are this catch distance and time, and based on this data we had some matchups with satellite derived products. You can find all this data on the Skyfish platform. And here we have some other computed indexes based on simple GIS algebra. Some of you probably know that these tools are provided, and these indexes are improved using these were being improved seasonally based on seasonal variations and seasonal catch. And this we can observe some in warm season comparatively with cold season, not enough matchups, because probably algorithms in the winter are not so fitted, like local algorithms are not fitted for these parameters.
Razvan, sorry, just
sure.
You have 2 minutes more. Yes, okay.
Excellent. So I will finish in 1 minute.
Thank you.
These results, you can find maps like this in a Skyfish platform, and these maps are daily updated based on CMEMS data, and you can find these indexes and other data sets you can find here on the screen. Bathymetry forecasts of sea temperature and sea surface salinity also. And also this optimal condition can be defined based on these multiple parameters. If you are a good fisherman, you will know how the birds are fishing close to the front, and also based on these 5 parameters, you can find some other examples. And sure, this is the web page what you'll find on this platform after registering. So thank you also for having enough patience for 2 presentations with me. So I'll wait your questions after 3rd presentation program. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Razvan.
Thank you.
So for the last testimony, I pass the floor to Elisaveta Peneva, professor at the University of Sofia, who will present the forecast example how to use Copernicus data for downstream services. So.
Hi everybody, do you hear me well? Okay, thank you. So it is my pleasure to present you as a user testimony the forecast project. It's a rather new project, it's a young one. So what I'm going to talk about is more what we will do in the future, not the things we have done until now so far. So forecast stays for the Earth observation services for fishery, bivalve mariculture, and oyster ground restoration along European coasts. And it's a project which was financed by Horizon 2020 space program. As you will see, there are several pilot cases there, and 2 of them are in the Black Sea, for which we are quite happy. Yeah, this is information about me. My expertise is numerical modeling of atmosphere and ocean processes, and I'm working on the modeling of the Black Sea since already 20 years, maybe. So several words about the forecast. It's aimed to support the wild fishery, bivalve mariculture, and oyster ground restoration sectors in Europe. And what is very important, that we intend to do it in a co-design mode with stakeholders. So we will be learning from people and not only from our expertise. The main objective is to develop and test and demonstrate the ability of this new service based on the Copernicus downstream information, but also not only, also from the land and climate services and other sources of data to develop this service and to be more useful about the sectors which I said before. The coordinator of forecast is the Netherlands firm Deltares, and we are 21 partners from 9 different countries in Europe. Bulgaria and Romania are working, also Belgium, on the Black Sea cases. Yeah, these are the logos of our partners. What I will say that we are 2 academic. Okay, for the whole project, there are 3 academic institutions, 6 small and medium enterprises, and 11 research organizations. For the Black Sea, we are Sofia University and Liège University, the Romanian Institute for Marine Research, Terra Signa, which you already saw in the last presentation by Razvan, and also 1 SME, which is JLO. So 5 for the Black Sea. At a glance, the work packages, the core of the project is the service design together with the users to support the different mariculture sectors. But also there are other work packages. Very important is the one which deals with the user engagement in the process of implementation of the service. There is also another 2 work packages which are for marketing, for business planning, more orientated towards industrial sector. And as I said before, the heart of the project are these pilot cases, which are grouped in 3 groups. One of them is for fishery, the other is for bivalve mariculture, and the third one is the oyster ground restoration. What we are going to use is data from different sources. Copernicus Marine Service is one of the main data providers intended in this project, but also from EUMETSAT, from EMODNET, from ESA, from Eurogoose. In short, we will try all available data sources. Okay, let me change the slide. Okay, the pilot cases are 8 in number. As you see, they are distributed in different areas around Europe. As for the Black Sea, there are 2 pilot cases, pilot 3 and pilot 7. Which are called Bulgaria and Romania just to separate between them, but one of them is meant for the fishery sector and the other for agriculture marine sector. Several words on the pilot. As I said, it's a young project, so it started at the end of last year, and now we are quite initial phase. The pilot 3 is for wild fishery support. The focus will be the exclusive zones of Bulgaria and Romania. Two partners are going to work in collaboration for this pilot. And the idea is to develop a downstream service to demonstrate this service that it is going to be used for identifying the most favorable fishing zones. As you saw from the last presentation, there are already some activity done in this, but here we will shape it more nicely and extend it to the more south. Okay, and the target audience is a large user community from individual fishermen to mid-sized and industrial fishing companies. What we have to address in this project is the lack of operational activities related to fishery. Skyfish is already a good starting point, and it became operational in 2020. We will develop this further. Not last to mention is that the dissemination method of this information for fishery is far from ideal, and we have to develop also this in a more user-friendly method. Yeah, most of the things I've already said. It will be a demonstration services, integrating multi-scale information from all kinds of Earth observation data made available by Copernicus services, satellite modeled in situ. Most of it will identify regions with algal bloom, upwelling events, changes in temperature, extreme waves, all information which is important for the fishery. And very important is that we will be seeking a dialogue with the end users, and we will not do the things alone. We will ask what is important, what are the demands, so everything will be end user related. As for the other pilot, as I said, it's focused on the implementation of, in support of mariculture in the Black Sea. It will be implemented by 3 partners, University of Liège, JLU, and the National Institute of Marine Research in Romania. We'll propose this pilot, a service derived from biophysical models and remote sensing to identify key biophysical sensitivity of cultivated species in order to support the aquaculture sector in the Black Sea, and mostly in Romania. What is the challenge in front of our colleagues? The shellfish aquaculture is not well developed in full potential along the Romanian Black Sea coast, and there are certain reasons for this. Lack of shelter area, variable physical state variables, and unclear legislative framework. For the last, we cannot do much, but at least for the other information, we can contribute. The colleagues are planning to engage also the Shellfish Aquaculture Demonstrative Center, which is coordinated by NIMRD, and to shape a good service to support decision-making in all aquaculture sector. So what are the plans in short term and in mid term? In short term, we it will be implemented an early warning system with alerts for the important marine conditions related to aquaculture sector, such as waves, freshwater outbreaks, heat waves, anomalous spread of wastewater. And also it's important for the lost instrumentation, it will give support for the retrieval. And in midterm, there will be a support for planification of aquaculture sites and tools to help the development of these sites. So yeah, it's the last slide. So I would like to thank you, and if I'm able to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Elisabetta. Before to end this first part, I will check the Q&A mode, the Q&A chat, and I can publish just 1 or 2 questions before the virtual coffee break. And during this virtual coffee break, Vincent will launch a small survey. The first question, sorry, up here. Question mode. Okay, from John Stigatz. What's the difference with EUMETSAT Copernicus from marinecopernicus.eu site? Okay, John, EUMETSAT is responsible for operating, for example, the Sentinel-3 satellite. And as I said in my presentation, the Copernicus Marine Service is providing access to the L3 and L4 processing level of data. And EUMETSAT is responsible to disseminate the L1 and L2 processing level of data. But I'm sure during the second part with our experts, Vinca and Vittorio, you will have more information about this, your question. And second, second question about from Veneta. Does the CMEMS provide data on the possible oil spills in the Black Sea detected on satellite images? If yes, it is possible to download those images. If not, what kind of data for oil spills in the Black Sea are on disposition on CMEMS? So you can access some, not directly images, but data from satellite or observation, but the most important in this case that you can find on the website, on the catalog, data from model in order to run your own drift model. This is the case of the majority of the national agency who have they have their own drift model, and they can run this drift model thanks to the Copernicus Marine Service data, for example, currents, and the state of the sea with waves, and they can forecast the spill of the oil. So I hope this answers your question. Again, the experts from the second part can also add more information to this answer. Paola, I think it's time for virtual coffee break.
Yes. So as also Fabrice said, now you will be shown a questionnaire, a few questions just to give us the feedback on this first part. And we invite you, of course, to reply. It is important for us to have a feedback, also because this is the first online training, so we need to learn from you. And we reconvene in 10 minutes for the second question. Sorry, for the second session, second part of this session.
Okay.
Okay, so enjoy your break.
Yes.
See you in a bit.